What's up, everybody? A couple months ago, I rented these Cooke full-frame Panchros lenses for a short film. But I picked them up at noon and had a couple hours to spare, so I reached out to my friend Cam and asked if there was anything we could shoot using them on my Red Ranger Monstro, to both test them out, but also to be able to utilize such amazing lenses on a project that would never have the budget to do so. What he came up with was this company called BREZ that makes these cannabis-infused drinks had sent him a 6-pack a while back, and we still hadn't shot anything. So within 5 hours, we got our talent, Jordan Bauer, an amazing creative director, designer, and master of many things, to come out, do some painting, and drink a couple of these drinks and have a good time. The results I really love. I'm a super big fan of this piece that we put together, and this was the first time I used Dehancer Pro to color grade a project. So I wanted to take you on that process and talk a little bit about Dehancer, what it's great for, and how I use it on this. Dehancer is the sponsor of this video. They asked if I would review their product, and I was super excited to do so because I already had been wanting to try it out for some time and just never pulled the trigger on buying it. If you don't know what Dehancer is, it's a plugin that goes into DaVinci Resolve, Lightroom, Premiere, a lot of different software, and I'm using it right now in Resolve. Let's go through kind of what you get. So you can choose your source. They have a ton of different camera profiles, so you can choose your camera. I found that it worked best when I just did a color space transform to Rec. 709 within Resolve and then go from there. Below that, you have your basic exposure, temperature, stuff that we're all very used to. Now here's where it gets fun. You can choose like all these different film stocks and find which one you like the best. I used a few different ones. I used 250D on this project. I used 200T, I used 500T. I basically just chose what worked best with the footage and what I liked. Beyond just the regular exposure comp, temperature comp, you can get really into the nitty-gritty as far as how the film is developed, how the film is compressed, as far as like, I use this one quite a bit, the black point and white point, and choosing kind of where I want my whites to sit and my blacks to sit. And I found that to be super useful compared to even just using the regular lift gamma gain. The thing about Dehancer Pro is that it's all right there and it's very simple. And I found like, usually I'm using all of the other tools in Resolve, but I found that almost everything I could do in here. And then if I wanted some other adjustments, I had nodes for that. But you can see like the tonal contrast I brought down, the color density I brought down, the saturation I brought down. Because we're using modern cameras and converting to Rec. 709, if I wanted more of a filmic look, this is what I would use. You can choose the type of film grain, you know, 35, 60 millimeter, 8 millimeter. I went with a 35 ISO 500, And I left it really strong on this. Usually I go way more subtle, but we were really wanting to lean into a grittier image on this piece in particular. You got halation, bloom, film damage, film breath, gate weave, overscan, vignette. You can do so much with this. I didn't even put it fully to the test, but I just want to show you the results from this piece that I used it entirely on, and just show you how good, if you're going for a filmic look, how great this tool is for that. So here we have just the log footage. Let's color space transform. This is a Rec 709 of that. Nothing is done in the exposure or contrast or balance because I probably ended up doing all that in Dehancer. Here's it with the LUT that I chose. And then look at that difference. It's beautiful, the filmic look that it gave to this project, where, I mean, yeah, this is a nice shot, but it also feels way too like colorful and saturated, and this just feels so much more organic and genuine, and I'm just loving the grain. Let's check out some other shots. Let's see this one. Okay, so this now we've got log, Rec 709 with the LUT, and then look at that. I'm able to bring up the exposure in the shadows and everything within here, and the different film stocks will affect your image so much and give completely different looks. All right, let's check out this one. Here's log, here's Rec 709, here's Dehancer. That's a pretty extreme difference. I don't really care for this whole faded look. It's probably because I had all this desaturation happening for when this LUT goes on, because the LUT adds so much contrast that Dehancer is kind of bringing it back into the middle. We've got color space transform. This is Rec 709. Here's it with the, wow, that is crazy. Here's it with Dehancer. Here's it with the LUT. And then I changed the orange to this more muted golden orange. Check out something else. Here we go. We've got the log, Rec 709. Dehancer, wow, look at that. It's crazy how that all, like, you go from log to Rec 709, then you create this wild look on top, but then you like dial it back and balance all the colors and add that grain. It's so cool. See this one. Here's the log. Let's see with just the LUT. I mean, that looks nice. Oh, look at that pop. It just feels so dynamic. So I hope this video was informative. I'm not a colorist by trade, so I'm not a professional in that field, but I do color things from time to time, and I think Dehancer Pro is a really great way to make your footage stand out and to get that filmic look. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this with somebody that is interested in Dehancer or just color grading in general, and I'll see you on the next one.